to the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. On the visitor sideline, Pete Carroll, the coach of the Raiders. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, Colts head coach Shane Steichen. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Las Vegas.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
They just gave up the sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10.
Smith.
3rd and 6.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. It's scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, as built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately, 1 touchdown pass. They didn't break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Colts are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd
and 16.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Throwing Jones. He'll try to do this himself. And they get him down tonight before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
1st and 10 on the 41-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And into the break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The rushing numbers for Taylor in last week's ball game: 14 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown.
The way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a bad game, big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. Throw out right, pulled in by Gans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another Colts first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Now a second and 10.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Now Jones. And he's going to be taken down there. A sack back at the 32. And go in the books is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That complete to Downs. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up the fourth down. Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last series for a little disappointing, forced to punt. Now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he is swallowed up right down the line of scrimmage. Here's second and 10.
Second and 10.
Throwing now is Gino. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out there in the 32. Second down and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up second and 3.
Again, it's Taylor. Oh, what a move. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. When you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
A short one there, caught by Warren. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 25 more yards. That's another Colts first down. First and
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Alec Pierce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to extend their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they retain their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Out of the gun, Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. No chance to get away there from Smith as he goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals.
at their 48-yard
From the
line.
48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. All the option left, it's Jones. Still going inside the 20. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 11. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Off the option, here's Taylor. They juked him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up
2nd and 5 now. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 5.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. But they won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
The Colts field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
A beautiful fake. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Block at the man in motion. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26. A gain of 2.
Gino going to hand it to Junty. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. The Colts are going to get it. Down he goes. Quiddy Payne getting in there and burying him behind the line. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense comes around.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily now.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. It's caught by Pierce. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
But I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Gino now to throw. That's caught by Tucker. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
That's good for Las
Here's
Vegas.
Smith.
1st down.
Throw right side looked in here by Besh. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
At their 49-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Gino. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now it's Smith. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Smith. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The final shot here before break. Smith is going to loft it deep right sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches out in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Here's third down at 4.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Jones. Works in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
A gain of 2.
Here's a second and 8. The option to give to Taylor here. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. 3rd and 12.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll try and do this himself. Jones hit and the ball's out. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Running left, Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Darian Porter on the coverage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first.
Schrader on for the Colts field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Makes the score.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Has a room of maneuvers. And they get him down, but now the before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Raider first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. Now he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Las Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is second and 10.
He was defended by Kenny Moore.
Again, Smith. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole there. He's been terrific so far. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just set up for 3 in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Raiders football, first and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Gino. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, Barney, they certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over first and 10. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the option, here's Taylor. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Now Jones. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Play action. It's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Smith now to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now Jones. Off play action. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A gain of 9.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up
now we'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll tuck this and run. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Colts, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And now here come the Raiders. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
17 yards. That's another Raiders first down.
To throw is Smith. That's to Bowers once again. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
To the air again, Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a
Gino down to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. Ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, it's Landy. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
A gain of 6. That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Smith. This complete to Landy. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
On the ground, it's Landy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
2nd and goal.
Again, it's Landy. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
3rd and goal.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. And he's going to be dropped at the 15-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Touchdown! Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're able able to cut the deficit to 12. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the option right, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This pass left side to Downs. Now the Raiders going to earn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And they'll play keep away from the return as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So here is Geno Smith and the Raiders down by 12. Less than 90 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool it.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Smith. Now he's going to... Pressure gets to him again. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
And it's 3 and out.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he backs it away and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Colts, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home